There are many people that have a hard time understanding what is so bad about TikTok and social media. Yeah, of course, we all know it's very addicting, but there are many things in life that are addicting, like coffee, and it's okay to be addicted to coffee. And the truth is, you're right. Addictions are only considered bad for you if they are also harmful, so it's okay to be addicted to coffee. And you may say, okay, so then social media is just like coffee. But here's where it gets really interesting. You see, generally, what is considered a harmful addiction is something that can either take away your actual life or something that clearly takes away from your quality of life, which is why drugs is something that everyone understands that you need to stay far away from. Even smoking regular cigarettes is considered a bad addiction because of the fact that it's unhealthy and it could potentially take years off of your life. And if you think about it, social media is really just as bad for you as smoking, because if you add up a few hours of screen time every single day of wasted productivity, it is literally taking years off your life. And in a way, it's even worse than smoking, because it's not taking years off at the end of your life when you're anyways old. It's taking years off in the prime of your life when you should be pushing yourself to become as successful as you possibly can. So I think you'll all agree that unlike coffee, this is an addiction that is bad for you, and it's something that you should try to stay far away from. And now the question becomes, how do I get myself out of this? What if I'm already too addicted to stop? And really the way to pull yourself out of this addiction is by drilling the following concept over and over in your mind. TikTok and social media does not make you happy. In fact, it does just the opposite. It makes you need more to be your regular, happy self. Because that's how addictions work. It develops a craving that can only be satisfied when you consume more of whatever you're addicted to. Which is why even after you stay up so late watching and you finally finish and you feel so stupid, but the next night you're gonna do the same thing again because you think it makes you happy, because it's fulfilling the craving you have to watch more. But you need to stop and remember that it's not worth it. Because if you would stop watching altogether, then very soon you'll be able to constantly have the same level of happiness without it. But on the other hand, every time you watch more, you are forcing yourself to become less happy in the long run because you're increasing your level of addiction. And now you're gonna need to watch even more to reach your usual level of happiness. The more you think about it, the more disgusted you'll be at what TikTok and social media is doing to your life, and the more committed you'll be to finally regaining control of your life. And so right now, you should really do yourself a favor and delete all your social media apps and get a filter so that you can't re-download them. And if you aren't ready for that, then at least try setting limits and slowly watching less and less until you are ready to say goodbye for good. And if you're like me and you already don't have any of this, then you should still try to think about whatever distractions you do have in your life. Where can I cut back and start focusing more on my purpose on this world? Because I have heard from so many people who heard this and took the jump and got rid of any access that they became so much happier and more productive and full of life that they honestly look back at their old selves and they feel bad. So I know it looks very scary, but do it for yourself. Take the jump.